spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming.
And of course, oh yes, overwhelming, yes, unending love of God. I must tell you, with this one coming, yes, from the Battle Gospel Group, Reckless Love. Welcome afresh, of course, to another time on the Night Drive Show tonight. And yes, another time it is again with me on this dial. Today being, yes, January 13th, 2021. I must say welcome and welcome afresh. Today I will be discussing personal growth. Yes, personal growth. You know, I want something that we can always look back on, and then we make a reflection on ourselves that going forward to the year 2021, we do not remain the same person we were back in the previous years. You know, there is need for improvement. There is need for us to be a better version of ourselves. And yes, of course, yes, from my research, I was able to gather some more information on this particular one. Yes, personal growth refers to the ongoing process of understanding and developing oneself in order to achieve one's fullest potential. I must tell you, this is a perfect definition for personal growth. Yes, it refers to the ongoing process. It is something that keeps on going. That means it's a work that never stops. It's a work that never ends. You know, a process of understanding, developing oneself in order for you to achieve your fullest potential. You know, personal development is a vital part of our growth, maturity, success, and happiness. And until we actually keep on in this trend or in this process, we'll see that we'll be so limited in some areas. Now, it is the foundation of emotional, physical, intellectual, and of course, spiritual healthiness. Yes, it is what, you know, it is all encompassing. Yes, personal growth is all encompassing, I must tell you. Of course, yes, my name is Olukayode. And yes, friends, call me MCK, the Dubra Superman. A quick short break, and I'll be back to continue the show with you. Stay tuned.
No shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't.
And oh yes, as much as God will never back down until He actually gives us, you know, this platform of greatness. It will never back out until we actually become that very better version of ourselves. We too, we cannot stop. We cannot what? Stop walking, because God is always available for us, walking behind the scene. You know, my God is walking behind the scene. You know, everywhere is changing. But then we also have a role to play, and that role is personal growth, something you have to do yourself. And today we are discussing personal growth. And then today I actually, like I was saying, make some researches, and then I got this one that, you know, in areas that you need to actually grow, a lot of things, you know, embrace empathy. This is empathy, you know, is an understanding or a means of reflection that, you know, this is understanding of you, understanding others. You know, you are able to put yourself in their shoes. You could read their mind. You could really feel what they're feeling. You know, you guys have a meeting point. That is actually empathy. So embrace empathy. You know, when you grow in this regard, it is one of the areas of personal growth that will actually help you going forward. Then confidence. You know, this is very vital. Because, the personality that is not confident enough, you will see that person will just not, and we don't have this courage. So confidence, you have to, grow in this regard and make sure that what you actually grow that you are courageous. You understand? These are areas you need to grow. Also, you look at listening attentively to people. Listening. When you have this personality of being a good listener, I think it's going to help you going forward. Majority of us, we just want to be the talker, but most of the time we do not listen. Even to the time that even when God is speaking to us, maybe through His people or through some, we are not even ready to listen. So we have to be a good listener. Also, try as much as possible to grow in that regard. Is one of the key areas of personal growth. And then, of course, when you are actually, in the midst of congregation or society, or, you find yourself somewhere, improve your body language. That is somewhere you also have to what? A key area that you have to grow. Improve your body language. Improve it. It's going to help you big time. Also, get along with others. We can relate this with what? With empathy. Of course, get along with yourself. Know yourself. If you do not know yourself, my dear, it's going to actually cause a lot of trouble. So know yourself deeply. And of course, stop procrastinating. That will, in fact, you must stop that 2021. When you want to do something, get it done. Don't say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it in the next week. Do it now. Do it now. You've got to grow in that aspect. Of course, as well, read more and wide. You have to be versatile. Equip yourself. Don't be limited. You don't have to be a doctor to read about some health issues, about trending health matters. We all know what is going on as regard the COVID-19 pandemic now. You've got to educate yourself on the things. What are the do's? What are the don'ts? What are the procedures? You have to equip yourself. Read wide, and of course, read and read more. Also, improve on your health. It's going to help you, my dear. You've got to grow in this regard. You don't just take everything. You just eat everything. No. Enough of all those things. If you grow in the regards of what? Improving your health, that is another key area that you will see that in the year 2021, you are more healthier. And then that is something that is growth. A quick break. I'll be right back to continue the show with you. It is the Night Drive Show, of course, with Olukayode. Stay tuned. This is actually Grace to Grace by Usang.
The promise that rolled back within its stone. If freedom is worth the life you raised, where is my sin? Where is my shame? I'm easy. If love paid it all to have my life, I want to
And oh yes, welcome back. This is actually Grace to Grace by Ilsung. Like I said, God, He's never tired of us. He kept on walking behind the scene that we might be a better version of ourselves in terms of what? Salvation. He said receiving the end of your faith, which is salvation of our soul. It is a process. God is keeping us going on in that regard. And then I said as well that if God kept on walking, then how much more we too, we've got something to do. And that is what? Areas that we've got to grow. We've got to make sure that personally we develop ourselves. Then how do you improve yourself? Then I have it here that what? Engage in honest self-reflection. This is going to help you. You can relate it to maybe resolution, but I think it differs a bit because any honest self-reflection is something you look within yourself truly. It's only if you want to deceive yourself. You know those things that are true. You know those things that are wrong. You know those things that are good. You know those things that are bad. It's only that you just don't want to admit it. Take a deep breath. Go into this self-isolation of a thing of yourself. Try and make a reflection of an honest self-reflection of yourself, of your life, and see, yes, what are the things you are doing right? What are the things you are doing wrong? And then they were able to correct some of the things right about them. Then maximize your strength. When you are able to discover yourself, quite early enough, maximize your strength. Put them into use. When you have a potential, until it still is deposited there, but you've got to change it from being a potential to something kinetic, something working, something moving, something impactful, something that is not just stagnant. You understand? Maximize your strength. and of course walk through weakness. When you are tired sometimes, this is going to push you. When I say walk through your weakness, sometimes that you are not maybe too good in this regard, but then that you have an iota of something. You can improve on it. You can improve on that on that weakness. That this thing, I don't want you to be my weakness anymore. You understand? You push yourself to do more, and else you don't break down anyway. Yes, there is always limits, but then improve on that thing, and you'll see that you're doing better. Of course, practice meditation. Oh my dear, this is important. Practice meditation, and of course, exercise, diet, and of course, read. Then give back to others. Give back to the society. Don't just be the one that acquire knowledge and just kept it just just for yourself alone. You can't keep it all for yourself. You've got to also give back to the society. Give back to others. And of course, key areas of growth includes spiritually, physically, emotionally, education-wise, and of course, socially. These are areas of growth that you need to invest in. These are areas of personal growth that you must actually invest in the year 2021. I'm going to be rounding off right about now. Of course, it is still the Night Drive Show with Olukayode. And yes, tonight we have been able to discuss personal growth. And yes, I said this year 2021, make sure that you are not on the same page like you were in the previous years. Improve yourself going forward, and then you will see that you will achieve more. Yes, I will be leaving you in the hands of Lauren Dago. And yes, you have my surrender. But before then, I will go on this quick musical short break. I will be back to say my farewell. Stay tuned.
Here are my hopes, here are my doubts, here are the things that I can't figure out. Here are my storms, my crashing seas, here are the burdens that have brought me to my knees. And I will take you at your unfailing word, more than all I want. I will seek you first. I will bless your name when the night is long. God, you have my surrender.
Oh yes, you have my surrender. Lauren Dago with this beautiful masterpiece. I must say, I've been so delighted to have you, of course, again on the Night Drive Show tonight. Yes, I will be bidding my farewell right about now. And yes, I will be concluding on the aspect of personal growth tonight. That yes, every moment of one's existence, one is growing into more or retreating into less. So it depends on you. Which one will you choose? Do you want to grow into more, or you want to retreat into less? You've got to make a decision. Then you can't dream yourself into a character. You must forge yourself one. Life is all about growth. If you stop growing, and I don't know what happens to you. Personal development is a major time saver. It's going to actually help you going forward. That will be the size of our package today on the Night Drive Show. Of course, my name is Olukayode. And yes, folks, call me MCK, the Duper Superman. Until I come your way again tomorrow on another time that we'll be talking on another topic, of course. I must say, have a wonderful night rest filled with beautiful dreams. And yes, I am out of here. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I cast my cares on, I cast my cares on, I cast my cares on you. Yes. I cast my cares on, I cast my cares on.